Brosplay.
Let us start the show. Welcome back to the Frost Knight Lair, where we will traverse the hammers and bring ourselves to the zenith.
Okay, this is exactly what I was talking about. This right here, designed for the anchor.
Oh,
Isn't that nice?
That's
real
beautiful.
nice.
Go up.
That's real nice.
Wait. So you can actually just circumvent all this. You can go up the other way.
No, that was blocked.
Oh, because then that ladder goes down on the other side. Oh, I see it. You have to go down and then go back up.
Yeah, and he's got this dude. I love how this dude is kind of moving. Could kind of make you feel like it could have not happened, but the chances of you not. They put the sand there that you have to dig down to, so if you hold the button, you're just gonna land on it.
Mm-hmm.
I just love it. Recently, I've been really into side-scrollers and turn-based games. I was never into either, and I'm really starting to appreciate the what's it called? Handcrafted, I guess you could say, or like I don't know how to say it, but it feels like a gameplay story when you're doing a side scroller like this, where it knows where you're gonna go and it designs the game based on that, on what direction you're coming in and all that kind of stuff. Well, there's a lot of games that don't do that, especially big open third-person games.
I found recently that the stuff that makes a game, when you're a kid, you think the stuff that makes a game is it looking good and it being a lot of fun to physically play.
Yeah.
And then I love how the amount. Oh, I guess no, we did get a musical note, so it's not like that was all for nothing.
Oh fuck.
Oh, well, you think it's all about graphics and fun to play games, but then you play them long enough, which for most people is, countless hours. And then you start to realize if there's nothing fundamentally behind it, if there's no reason you want to keep playing, those graphics just don't hold. It's like watching a movie.
Yeah.
Same as, like, something can be fun to play, but if you're not doing anything, for example, the game Prototype, a lot of fun to play. Tons of fun to play this, like, super soldier. But then you're a super soldier, so, like, yeah, I can go around and mow all these people, but why? So I can get more powerful to mow all these people?
Yep. Yeah, I
think
play
that's,
it too.
That's something that's side-scrollers do well because they're, I guess, smaller.
I felt that Prototype didn't do the progression of making your character feel weak and then strong, and that's what I plan on playing Ori and the Blind Forest on the show eventually. Might be kind of better. I don't know if we should do like the beginning or something with you listening to it, because it's a very atmospheric game. But the majority of the game is very platformy and doesn't require sound. But the game does a really good job at making you, starting you off with your character can't even double jump. Actually, she can't even wall run at the beginning, and then she gets wall run, double jump, a bunch of shit, and it makes you feel like you're upgrading your character, like you've achieved something. And that's really what a game should go for. It should give you an illusion of achievement.
Yeah, I actually completely agree, especially when it comes to, like, well, I don't know, no, double jump's kind of fundamental to a platformer sometimes, but I think that if your character starts off, especially, like, wait, are you able to stand on those spikes? That's the second time you've fallen onto them and not died.
No, they keep hitting me, and then when you get hit, there's a brief moment where you're invulnerable. So I've been surviving. These are instant kill spikes.
Yeah, I thought so. That's why I was confused. Good call. Sorry, did you want to just reiterate your last point real quick so we can go back to it? I was...
What did I say? I don't remember.
This is the
what was I talking about?
Problem with the audio media.
The increasing your character slowly?
Oh, yes, that progression. An example of where it just doesn't... I guess it just doesn't jive. He's like God of War. So, in God of War... Oh, okay, we gotta do this. But God of War is an example. It starts you off powerful, then saps away your power. So it gives you an even bigger feeling of weakness before it gives you back all of these, like, cool things.
Oh shit, dude. The second game follows the... No, shit. That's not... No, Mega Man doesn't do that. Fuck. Anyway, go back to what you were saying.
We're doing a great job here. We're just going to ignore everything from before, and we got to go on to the case. So, Polar Knight. First of all, Polar Knight is also Shovel Knight, because I see a shovel.
Yes, he is. But like, we are Spade Shovel Knight, and then he is Snow Shovel Knight.
Okay.
I thought that was pretty clever. That he's a Polar Knight and he's got a snow shovel.
That's a good point, because there's nothing about us is snow. So okay, so he's big. He's kind of scruffy, so he's probably older. Probably more like 45, 50 type grizzled Viking veteran who just has this massive hammer.
An interesting thing about the Vikings, I don't think they ever wore horned helmets. I'm pretty sure that was made up.
Yeah, that actually was
stuck.
Yeah, that was just like it was they didn't even really particularly wear helmets. Some of their like their berserkers. I mean, but their berserkers were a bit nuts too. But
TV show Vikings, highly recommend, by the way.
Vikings, I haven't actually gotten into that one, but I have been watching The Last Kingdom, which is a
have
great
you?
Netflix show.
I love that show.
Mm-hmm.
We should do this.
Let's stop distracting from the Polar Knight.
People are like, "Is my connection wrong? Is the video stuck?" I don't know what's happening here.
Okay. So Polar Knight.
All right. So my friend. Oh shit. We were supposed to discuss how we were gonna do this voice, eh?
No, that was it before when we were talking about
the
gruff motherfucker.
So my friend, the day has finally come.
This will be our final duel.
Should we not lay down our shovels as part as equals? You're in his lair. What are you doing in his lair?
He killed everyone again. The order has no equals. Surely you can recognize power and join us.
You've forgotten our oath. What happened to the proud warrior I knew?
No more words. The bitter cold will claim you.
Oh shit.
Okay, here he comes.
I'm pretty sure.
He's pulling a Donkey Kong?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this never ends until you get to him. That's why I had a really hard time with the first time I played it.
Whoa!
So far, no damage.
Such a... No! God! That's such a cool mechanic! This whole fight is so cool. And these are some great phase lockets, by the way. Just really wanted to point that out.
This is one of the hardest on your first try.
Just because you don't expect any of these moves.
Yeah, and it's not even as cool as it gets. Really hope I get more mana.
They've done a phenomenal job with these boss fights.
Have they ever?
Okay, now, oh wow, I see what he's doing now.
Fuck.
Oh,
fuck.
No,
I have no idea why I tried that. I have no idea why. I didn't even try to lock it that one. I just fell onto it.
So at that point, do you pretty much just have to full engage him? Because he just starts destroying the ground, or does more snowfall?
Snowfall's after, I'm pretty sure after him.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, snow falls, right?
Yeah. Watch out for that phase locket! I like that they all defend themselves from the top, but in different ways. And you don't always get hurt for hitting them when they're defending from the top.
Yeah, I really like that. I really like how they... We've probably already discussed this. We've probably discussed this to death by now, but they really... I feel like they played this game as much as they designed it.
I think it's almost, like, not only necessary, but I feel like you can't even really make a good game without... I mean, it depends what type of inconsistency you wanna dictate, but like without major inconsistencies, you need to have played your game a lot.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of inconsistencies even in big games. Like in Fallout, they'll generally have like some little issues with their like Pip-Boy that they probably could have fixed or laid out slightly better. But all in all, I can imagine that the hours are probably thousands spread across multiple testers, plus the actual creators.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the Fallout, like, I think we may be in a different generation of developers, but I think for a long time, developers were people who were huge fans of video games and they wanted to make their own.
Well, there was a long time where it was a really big challenge to make a video game and make it profitable as well. Phase log it. Yes. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Because, jump, or, I don't know, you're gonna die?
I think this might be over. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, it teleports you right out. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, go ahead. What were you saying there?
I don't know. I kind of interrupted myself in the middle because we were trying to finish the fight. Yeah, I couldn't even tell you what the last thing we were talking about was.
That's all right.
We have another sighting. Shield Knight is in the vicinity. Catch her, brother. Save her from the ugly Vikings and propellers. It seems like you fight them, like you do these every couple of nights, because none of these enemies would have been fought before the last 2 nights.
Yeah.
What happens if he catches her?
They get together, and Shovel Knight turns into a pawn that has to stay in a lair, continually fighting anybody who chooses to come into the lair.
Nice, and then he has to make them dig their own grave as some sort of weird irony.
Yes, with a shovel. You've buried innocents with that shovel?
I've not buried innocents, but I will bury you.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, I'll bury you too.